It's Saturday, June 13th. I'm at the Gibson Creek Trailhead, and I'm going to be heading up to a place called Lake of the Clouds here in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains in South Colorado. Got about 5 to 6 miles to hike to get up there, and gonna hope for good weather tonight, so I'm going to spend the night out there. We're going to get some rain possibly, but we'll see how it goes. See you up there. About halfway up the trail, decided to stop and have my lunch. Kind of a late lunch, it's almost 2 o'clock. What I've got is a little hiker ghetto food, Subway. The closest town here is Westcliff. And one thing about these mountain towns is there's usually not a whole lot of places, there's usually restaurants you can stop at and take out, but if you want to try and get something quick on the go, there's usually not a whole lot in terms of fast food. But one thing about these mountain towns, there's always a Subway. Every time. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my oven roasted chicken breast. I'm going to have to kind of scarf this down pretty quick. Got the hardest part of the hike coming up. At about 2,500 feet to climb. Straight up the trail to get up to the lakes of the clouds. That sounds like an amorphous song, doesn't it? First of the 3 lakes up here, and I've been hearing thunder all the way up here. It actually drizzled a little bit, but not enough for me to take out my rain jacket yet. But I got a feeling I'm going to be getting some rain tonight. hell? Ouch, just hit my ear. I think it's about time to take a little shelter for a little bit. What do you say, guys? I think this is going to be home for tonight. Right up here. Maybe. It's not bad, but it's kind of right off the trail. Alright, time to put the camera away. I'm just going to hunker down for a little bit until this hopefully blows over. I don't know if you can see out there, but it's looking pretty gnarly. Alright, so I finally kind of got a little bit nicer this evening, about 6 o'clock. I was getting worried there because I thought it was going to be a lot more miserable just based off of that weather we had earlier that you saw. It really held like crazy for like 20 minutes and got pretty wet. Hung out and then kind of walked around this area to kind of scope it out and try and find something cool, and this spot is pretty nice. But yeah, it actually kind of cleared up, so pretty cool. I think we're probably going to get a little bit more rain tonight. I guess we'll see. You know, it's Saturday, man. This is the only time I can come out and do this shit. And I gotta take whatever I get, you know? And sometimes that means going out in not the best of conditions and potentially having to sit in the tent all night. I've been pretty lucky so far. It's been pretty nice, even though it's probably, you know, the weather's gonna come back out again tonight. But at least I'll be able to chill for a while before it gets dark. Just feel the wind. Listening to Blind Guardian, Tales from the Twilight World. Been listening to a lot of old Blind Guardian lately. Just seeing Devin and Marty's, some of their recent videos talking about old Blind Guardian. I've always been like a mid-era fan. Like I always really liked everything from Imaginations from the Other Side all the way up through Night of the Opera. Never really listened to the first 3 records, so after hearing Devin talk about it and Marty, I picked up the first 3 and definitely missed out, man. Those first 3 are awesome. Especially this one, Tales from the Twilight World, might be my new favorite right now. Great band, man. You know, I feel like they kind of lost it after Night of the Opera. I've got, I don't even have to listen to Myth. I have the 2 newest ones, At the Edge of Time and Beyond the Red Mirror. Both of which like have some good songs here and there, but they just didn't really grab me like their older shit. It's like they just went all out with all the crazy orchestrations that they do, and they haven't found a good balance between trying to do that and good songwriting. So I just feel like they kind of lost that really catchiness in their songwriting with all this orchestra shit that they're doing. Great band though. Home for the night. I got this cool little area back here. Boy, my feet are cold. I'm glad I brought an extra pair of socks. My feet got wet earlier. Alright, I'll be the bear bag. Pretty cool place. All right, you guys, cheers. Good night. See you in the morning. It's been like this all night. Just been crazy ass winds, raining, and I barely slept at all. Got maybe an hour or two. I even put in earplugs and that didn't really help much. It's just been kicking up like crazy all freaking night. Really cold too. I'm not looking forward to getting out of here and packing this stuff up in this damn wind. But looks like the sun's out though, at least, so it's about 7 o'clock, so I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Try and get up and make some coffee. Whew, what a night. This is supposed to be fun, right? Alright, so packing up wasn't too bad. I found this kind of flat area here that I could just lay out all my stuff kind of behind the campsite. I'm all packed up and ready to go. It's a much nicer day today, but windy as hell. Alright, so I'm about halfway down the trail. It's much nicer down here. Warm. Really grateful to be out of the wind. So So a couple of things about last night. There was definitely some hard moments. I'm sure a lot of people would have just been completely miserable last night, just with the storm, and the winds, and the rain, all freaking night. Wind and rain, just like hurricane force winds, all night. And yeah, I might have gotten maybe 2 hours of sleep. You know, the whole night was basically just an endless cycle of try to get comfortable, shift my pillows, adjust my earplugs, get into the sleeping bag as good as I could so I could be warm. Had to pee twice, so I was pretty much just up all night. So I wasn't planning on having a fire last night. There's actually a fire ban in this part of the state right now, and I usually adhere to those sort of regulations, but kind of made an exception. After that storm, my feet were just soaking wet from walking through all that hail and water, trying to find a good camp spot. I was kind of thinking I wasn't even going to be able to get a fire going because everything was so wet, but about around 7 or 8 o'clock, things started to kind of die down, and I said, what the hell, let's just give it a shot. My feet were just freezing, and I actually had another pair of socks, but my shoes were soaked, so I didn't want to just put the dry socks on and just put the shoes back on again, just get soaked again. So I went ahead and just gathered some dead kindling, and sure enough, I got a little fire going and was able to dry off my shoes and my socks, and that was really nice, man. If I wouldn't have had that, there was really no other way to dry out last night. You know, there was just no sun, and my toes were getting really cold, man. I don't like to mess around with that, so I went ahead and made the exception of the fire. It was actually a nice little fire. I did make sure to extinguish it properly. I had two 2-liter bags that I was using for filtering water. I was just filtering water out of the lake there. And so I just took those 2 bags and I just thoroughly doused the embers, made extra special sure that the fire was extinguished, and just like drew the rocks over the pit, and it was completely fine. So that was pretty nice. But all in all, a great night. I mean, it was pretty miserable trying to sleep last night, but there was about 2 or 3 hours there where everything kind of just, like, the wind died down, the sun kind of came out a little bit, but it was just kind of a perfect few moments, and that's what I do this stuff for, man. You know, just getting just that, even if it's just an hour where I'm in that sort of zen, just relaxed state that these kind of places put me in. So I had a good couple hours by my fire and just listening to music, and so the music playlist was starting with the Blind Guardian Tales from the Twilight World, and then went on to Pallbearer Heartless, which is an album I think is a masterpiece. I know a lot of Pallbearer fans don't really like the direction that they've been going. Personally, I think it's fantastic. You know, as I've said before, I'm a real melodic guy, you know, so you can hook me with a good melody, I'm in, and they certainly do that with Heartless. Then went on to Falls of Raros, the new record, Patterns in Mythology, and then as it started to get darker, Cosmic Church, Ulysses. Then after that, I kind of brought it down a notch and listened to Panopticon's Scars of Man Part 2, the bluegrass album, which is amazing, great to listen to at a fire. And then I think that was it. Oh, when I went to bed, I put on The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, just book read. I like to put that on when I'm camping by myself. It kind of puts me to sleep. Of course, it didn't last night. So another interesting thing that happened last night It was, I didn't eat my dinner until about 8:30, and I had already hung my bear rope a little ways away from camp. I always like to hang my food quite a ways from where my tent is, so and by 9 o'clock it just got so just pitch black. I mean, it was just complete cloud cover the whole night. I mean, just completely and utterly dark. And so I went to go hang my bear bag, and I had my headlamp. I was listening to music, got it hung up. Like I said, I was a little ways from camp, and finished up and turned around to go back to camp. Started walking a little ways and noticed that I couldn't see my fire. I mean, my fire wasn't very big, but I couldn't see it anywhere. It was so dark. And like I said, I had my headlamp on, but I could only see trees in front of me, and it was just forest everywhere. But I had kind of walked in a different direction than where my campsite was. And there was a moment where I just got really disoriented. Looking around, everywhere I looked, I could just see trees and just blackness, and I was really worried that I got lost for a second. I knew I went the wrong direction, but I just did not know which way to go. And it was really scary for a few moments. So I just kind of stood there, and I let my eyes adjust to the sky as best as I could, and could just kind of make out a couple of the mountains. Wasn't even sure if that's what it was, but that's what it looked like, and decided that was the way I needed to go. And sure enough, just within a few minutes, I found my campsite. My fire was just not very big, so couldn't really see it from too far away. And so I got back to camp okay, but it's definitely scary for a few moments, especially given the way the night went. And if I'd have gotten stuck out there and not able to find my tent, it would not have been a good night because of all the rain and just extreme winds that pervaded the night. So that was definitely a little scary for a moment. I gotta learn to hang my bear bag a little bit earlier when there's still a little bit of light. But it was definitely scary for a minute. I'm always kind of a little depressed when a trip like this is over. Of course, I love going home, but it usually means that tomorrow's Monday and it's the start of the work week. It's kind of part of it. Just getting out of that mindset so I can get back into it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll check you next time. Cheers.